Well, a fine good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm in Colchester, Vermont this evening, and locals would call this Colchester Village or Old Colchester, either way. So I'm about to enter the village cemetery. And before I enter it, let me go ahead and tell you a few things about it first. Now, this is from an article that was in the Burlington Free Press about cemeteries in Colchester. Quote, "At the moment, it is the town's largest in terms of both space and burials. The property was sold to the town by Joseph Rhodes in 1848. According to Degree's article, quote, the land was to be used for the purpose of a cemetery and no other use whatever, and is supposed to contain 1 acre, unquote. 16 years later, 1864, a petition was brought to the Selectboard to enlarge the burying ground. The new parcel was nearly an acre, purchased from Joseph Rhodes for $45.47. Despite the dates of purchase, burials in this cemetery date back to that of Content Bates, buried in 1816. This discrepancy occurs in most of Colchester's cemeteries, since it was common practice for towns to take over existing cemeteries, either by sale, gift, or through abandonment purposes. Family names in this burial ground include Bates, Bombard, Button, Burnham, Brownell, Chloe, Farnsworth, and many members of the Hines, Severance, Thompson, Wolcott, and Wright families. In fact, for Thompson, 8 identical headstones mark the graves of some of W.W. Thompson's children who died in a diphtheria epidemic. And now, the person who wrote this article will be buried here as well. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and enter this place. And here we see the signs that declare what it is. By the way, if you're wondering where this is located, well, right there is the library. I believe that's the town meeting hall down in the other parking lot there. And there's a church over here. So, alrighty. I love the fencing here. You see there's a walk-in gate right here. Of course, the entrance I'm going to use is the drive-in gate. And since this is less than 2 acres or fewer than 2 acres, I'm going to see how much I can actually just walk of it. I'm parked on pavement. Ooh, pavement. My car is singing right now. Pavement. Let's see. Let's start the way back and work our way forward. Ooh. Tombstone down. And broken. Wonder which happened first. I'm guessing the fall happened first, and then it cracked at that point. Now, except for the author of the article and one person who's somewhat famous buried here and hoping to find his grave, I don't know who is buried here at all. I can see some names I recognize in terms of local history, but I don't know anyone who's actually buried here. Well, I can tell you too that the ground is pitted, so please be careful if you decide to come out here and explore. Safety first. I do love the fact that these are some very, very, very thin, quintessential New England sort of headstones. And let me just... And by the way, if you want to see my photographs, I do post them to Instagram, and they populate to my Traveling for History page on Facebook. So please follow me on both of those, one or the other, both. I'd love the company, so to speak. We know whenever we see a flag in a cemetery that there is a veteran buried. And let's see who this particular veteran is, since I think it's important to remember the people who fought for us, particularly if we've never served. I've never served. My father was, was from Portugal, and he was in his service was conscripted, but he never served during a war that I'm aware of, anyway. I just cannot see a date, a death date for this gentleman. But let's see, what was his name? Raymond Hulbert, Vermont, Private Company G, 58th Infantry, World War I. World War I. Let's keep going back. And do also consider, when you see all this kind of ground cover, all this greenery that's lovely to look at, that it hides holes. When I was walking through St. Stephen's Cemetery last week, I didn't see the hole I stepped in and nearly fell. That's in part 2. Good Lord. So bad. Oh, yeah, a child's grave. Good gosh. Now, we know there's going to be a whole bunch of headstones because of diphtheria. And certainly there are always lots of children buried, but it still breaks my heart for the parents. I mean, figure that was during the period when, before what's it called? Depression was recognized, melancholia, but still really tough. But what is it about all these cemeteries that are on the edges of the abyss? I mean, look at this. Can you... I really don't want to walk too close to the edge, to be perfectly honest. But, I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is steep, in case you can't tell. You wouldn't want to fall down here. But come time, there will come a time when some of these headstones will topple. All right, let us continue. Well, isn't that nifty? These plants right here form a cross, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm willing to bet this is supposed to be St. Francis of Assisi. Maybe? I think so. But you can certainly let me know in the comments below. I always appreciate when people comment. Preferably keeping it nice. I don't need to be told I'm stupid, ignorant, and what was the other thing I was told? Stupid, ignorant, and a grade school reporter. Yeah. But correcting me, please feel free to correct me. Ooh, mossy, soft. I wonder who left the butterfly. This person was 16 years, 9 months. All right. I like this moss on the ground. It's very soft to step on. Ooh, look at these old stones. I don't think shrubs are allowed to be planted here anymore. And it's up to the cemetery commission if they wish to remove them. I find most of these unreadable, to be honest. But this one, oh, I can't read her name. Can you read her name? Can I read it on the camera? No. Wife of John Herring, died May 29, 1853, age 40 years. I love when they tell us how old. This man doesn't have a flag, but he was a captain in the U.S. Marine Corps. Oh, excuse me. This gentleman, Marvin S., not Warren, but Marvin S. Ooh, another one down. Now that is an old headstone, listing curiously to the right. Veteran, oh, a Civil War veteran. Haven't seen a Civil War veteran in quite a long time. I've been in 3 cemeteries, and haven't seen Civil War vets in a while. Don't want to say it's a treat to see one. I'm just saying it's just haven't seen one in a while. This is metal. Hear that? I was at St. Stephen's Cemetery in Winooski, Vermont, and that one had plastic military signage. Plastic, dare I say, exceptionally tacky. Tacky. I do expect better for our veterans. I can't be the only one who expects better. We had Hulbert, now we have Hulberd with a D. Oh, now here is an old name, Theodosia. Wow. Wife of John Hulberd. Wow. That is quite an impressive name. Ooh. Azariah Lee. There's another amazingly old name. 70 years old. Yeah, see now, when they land face down, who knows who that is? Cleora Marinda. Wow. And it's such a tall monument. Maybe hard to gauge, but let me give you an idea of how tall it is. Here's my cane. Let's see, can you see it? There's my cane. And as you can see, there's still more to see. You can see how far off the ground my cane is right there. Pretty stunning. Another veteran who died in 2012. Now there may be plots still available here. You'd have to contact, I think her name is Wanda Morin. Anyway, her number is available on the Town of Colchester Cemetery website. She can give you the history of the place and what plots are available in which cemeteries. So I have not called her yet. I was able to find this article online rather than giving someone a jingle. I see a variety of obelisks here. There's 1 and 2. There's 1 and 2 and 3 in fairly close proximity to one another. So starting to see some larger monuments here. So who is this? J.K. Fisher. Died May 23, 1892, age 80 years. His wife Caroline died February 24, 1899, aged 92 years. Wow. Apparently, they ate their Wheaties, shall we say. I can almost get it full. Almost get the full picture of this thing. And look right over here. There's still this ravine back here. And look at this tree. The pieces of tree back here. Wow. I think you could give a presentation just on ravines and pieces of detritus. Detritus that's behind so many cemeteries. And the stuff I step on, I don't even want to know sometimes. Alrighty, let's keep going. Alice Cluck died in 2016. This is a pretty recent burial. Perhaps daughter of Eugene J. Fortin. I don't know. Ooh, look at these little markers. I'm betting children, but I don't see any names on them. I'm guessing these are marble though. And marble can be very hard to read. Very, very, if not impossible. Now there's an impressive name as well. Apollos Ellis. Died 1851, looks like. By the way, there's no food allowed in this cemetery. So this is not a picnicking kind of place. This is more of a rural cemetery. I don't see any fountains here. I'd be surprised if I did find fountain remnants here. Unlike Lakeview Cemetery or Greenmount Cemetery in Burlington. Both of those are in Burlington. Greenmount started as a rural cemetery and turned into a Victorian lawn park cemetery. Another veteran, another Civil War veteran, in fact. He was 45 when he died. I don't know that word right there. Died in the... What is that word? Maybe we can figure it out together. I just don't know what that says. But August 10, 1862. World War II veteran. U.S. Army. April 6, 1905 to May 18, 1982. William A. Hulberd. I didn't see hours for the cemetery posted, but I'm willing to bet sun up to sundown. That tends to be the time frame for most of the cemeteries I have visited. Not true of all cemeteries, though, because Hope Cemetery in Barre, Vermont is open from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. Haven't been there in quite a few years. It's on my list of places to visit, though. Another row of these thin, old headstones. Were it not for the traffic noise behind me, I wouldn't know I was in the 21st century. And certainly, I would recommend that you pause the video wherever you'd like to see more of whatever I am filming. Not much left of this marker, is there? But definitely marble. We can see right there how white it is, and that's because it's marble. I already looked at this one down here. All right, so I see a little building down here too. It's always kind of fun when there's writing on the backs of the headstones. In case you can't read that, it says beloved husband of Annette L. Anson. By the way, I'm the only one here. wanted to come out and film some more because I needed to. Today was the last day I had any videos ready to go. And when I was thinking about where to film, and I have a whole list of stuff. Oh my gosh, you should see my bag. It's pretty heavy with things, sheets of paper of places I plan to talk about within the next few days. Another child's grave. 25 days. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's come down here and take a look-see at this building. Anyway, I decided to film the cemetery because, well, I love cemeteries, and why not? This has to be the building that holds lawnmowers and tools and whatnot. It really looks like a shed. There we go. Padlocked. Let's take a little walk around as far as we can, because the ravine is over here too. That roof needs a little work. I mean, if you look up there, the nails have pulled away. Let's see if I can do a close-up of that for you. Oh yeah, that is not looking good. So water will invade the space, and water getting into a structure. There's nothing good about that. And again, more ravine right in front of us here. I mean, look how close the edge is to that nearest tombstone. See right here? That's pretty close. Ooh, there's a garbage can right there. What had been a garbage can. May it rest in pieces. You can see that the shingles on the back here are coming up. I know people don't think about the backs of these buildings, really. I mean, it's sitting pretty close to the edge of a drop-off. But if they don't take care of it, oh, and how did I miss this? Holy guacamole, looky at that. That is not a good look. That is, what's the word? Bad. That's bad. It's the start of the end. Alright, let's start down here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me pan in for you. I'll be walking down here in just a moment. But that dog statue right there, see that? Holy cow. First time I noticed it, I thought it was a real dog. I thought, ah! I was bitten once by our family dog. And to be honest, I'm kind of leery of dogs. I should be leery of cats, since my cat likes to claw the living daylights out of me regularly, because he can. Wow, look at this beautiful headstone. All that color. Wow, that is beautiful.